Te Tino Whakamuri Kia Anga Whakamua, a series dedicated to sharing stories from Te Taukeiaho whānau about their own tupuna and kōrero tukuiho of Te Taukeiaho.
My auntie, I remember her, she told me, she said, you know, the pandemic, her sister, younger sister than her, Whaea was Tanaingoa, she had that flu. I know Uncle Lulu, and he had, what you call it? TB, hey. You remember that? And yeah, so they were put in hospital in a TB ward for months. When my uncle died, when Uncle Lulu died, his name was Whakaruru, but they ended up calling him Lulu. So when he died, and they brought him back here, no, tino horo tana, nehutawa, tino horo. But I do know, I think they did wrap him, I don't know, but I think they wrapped him in wood, putting him in the coffin. But I don't know whether that's, but I know at that time, because there were so many of them that had TB, from that wood, you weren't even allowed near it. It was so high, a TB ward in Taukeiaho. And that's the ward still there today, and it's on its own.
Remember when I was going to Pukepoto School, I think it might have been about 5 or something like that. And the old building down at Te Rarawa, that was my classroom, that was our school. I do remember that we had a lot of injections at school to do with polio and tetanus injections when I was young, really young, and all of us kids had it. We all had it. That was a thing that they did do well. At that time, our school was a native school, you know, and a lot of native schools were given that treatment. And
the vaccination.
I don't really know much about the Spanish flu, but they're good things for us and our younger generation to hear, because that speaks a lot between then and now to what's happening now.
Well, for me, I'm full-blown diabetic, and before, my mother had diabetes too. And she died of it. So by the time when I got it, I never realized how serious it was. And now, so I'm on a lot of medications that I know my mum wasn't on. 10 of that had them there, I don't know. But what I do know is that it could have helped, because our mum died young. And my sisters died young. One was 48, one was 50. And so look, I'm in my 70s, and I'm damn sure it's these medication I have. I may not know what's in them, but they're keeping me here, couldn't they? So, yeah, so I will say, I don't think about, if they say, all these scientists say, this is what you should have, then that's what I will have. It's so hard for me to think, to mix. That, to me, that's like two different worlds. Our tikanga, and of course the Taukeiaho. And yet, I know, without that Pākehā side, e kore au e noho kone, e kore raki kia koutou. Yeah, so no, my thing, I would nurture my mokos all the way in every which way I could. If that means having these things, of course, I will. Because that's where my future is their future. No, I couldn't go out of this world thinking I've left them. No. So that's that kōrero hakamutinga mo tērā. Yeah.
I would, if I had to, I probably would nurture them all the way to here for our community, our marae. Our marae is the main one for me. Because we stem from that marae. Our power belongs to the marae. That's where all our power, everything comes to us from the marae. Doesn't matter how we look at it. We will end up back here one day. At the end of the day, this is where it's at. So for me, with people that are, against COVID to do it, here, they really should be looking at that. If you really love your marae, Why are you really questioning yourself and your marae? Why? You have a lot of your whānau here. This is where it's at. And it's quite sad to hear a lot of them disagreeing about us here. It's not a nice thing. It's a sad thing.
Yeah.
It's not sad for me because I know where I'm at. But for them, you know, you will get a lot of remarks that are not going to be good, but just for our marae, I love the marae. Even though I may not be here all the time, I belong here.
Te tino whakamuri kia anga whakamua, learning from the events of the past for the oranga o te taitokerau.